Okay, good evening all. Nice to see all of you. Start off with pain. What is pain? Okay, pain to the physical body is an indication to change. Yeah, you got pain somewhere, your body says rest or do something, and we don't take any notice of it, but the reality of it is time to change. Okay, when it comes to the energy body, pain is a misalignment.
Misalignment, yeah.
If you say it's very painful, you put a label on it in the physical body, don't you? Yeah. When you say it's a misalignment, very small charge. So obviously, it's best to always talk in the energetic body. There's something wrong. I'm out of alignment. Don't give it a label. That way, it's much easier to deal with anything, and you're also not putting your labels on it. I got a splitting headache. I got terrible neck ache. This and that. I mean, just adding on to it, but have a misalignment. Okay. So learn to think energetically. Start to think energy. So we go back to the 5 laws first. Again, always back to the 5 laws. The whole teachings are based on 3 things. 5 laws, what is true, and each and every moment you're different. The whole teachings is based around that. Let's go to the 5 laws. Number 1, you're energetic being having a human experience. What does that mean? It means that you are an energy being, you cannot be destroyed. So you're having a human life, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, and it goes, boop, gone. So the human life will disappear very quickly, and you will have many human lives. As an energetic being, you'll be here forever, indestructible, all the time. So if we start to think that we are indestructible, we are here to have a human experience, it makes a little bit more sense. So what in reality is happening is the energy, which is consciousness, which is the big circle. The energy consciousness creates a human being, which is then is a little dot in the circle. The little dot is here to experience everything. The little dot is the puppet. Want the little dot to control everything. Never going to work. So when you start to think as a human being, you have already set yourself in limitations. Yeah, those of you that start to think like human beings, or when this is why some of you are struggling to heal, is because sometimes you think like a human, sometimes you think energy being. This mishmash of instructions going in, the brain doesn't know where to go. Am I a human being? Am I an energy being? I got bloody headache. Oh, I got this, I got that. I got cancer. Or instead of saying, I got misalignment. Now, once you start to understand, shift comes quickly. Everything is frequency. I think many of you can remember me telling you about the story how when I heard in a medical profession about somebody, lunatic asylum, had multiple personalities. In one personality, he had a cancer, tumor in his head. So the doctors decided to do something and say, we're going to treat him. So they say, okay, we'll x-ray you in a couple of days, and then we'll start to decide where we're going to cut you up. A few days later, when they took an x-ray, no tumor. They were confused. I saw that article, and it just opened up everything to me. I said, it is frequency. That guy flipped out.
Where was it? Which place in the world?
America. He changed personality. So from then onwards, over the last 5-6 years, I've been working towards just frequencies. And certainly in the last year, it's got even stronger in my download that I'm getting, that I only think frequencies now. I don't think in any language. It's always frequencies. Is it positive, negative, or neutral? So far clear? Good. So that's law number 1. If you cannot get past law number 1, forget it. Give up the course. Have to believe that you're an energy being. If you don't believe it, because it's not going to work. We're all one. What does that mean? We're all made of the same electrons and atoms. Everything that is all molecular atoms makes up everything in this world. That's what we are. We're all interconnected. What it is all these electrons that are bubbling, right? It goes to the signal here, okay? Deciphers it and gives it a picture. Can you see what's happening in a radio wave? Picture. We are the receiver, and we just put it into a picture, which goes into us, which is then projected forward. Next one is only the now. Yeah, what does that mean? There is only the now. Nothing else is happening. There is only the now. There's no tomorrow. There's no yesterday. There's no 1 minute ago. There is only a now. Everything out of the now, which is the now moment, illusion. It's not true. And how fast are we shifting now in the now? Now we go back to that. Every now is a new now. Every now is a new now. You're shifting 10 to the power of minus 43. What does that mean?
Very fast.
10 to the power of 1 is 1/10 of a second. 10 to the power of minus 2 is 1/100th of a second. 10 to the power of minus 3 is 1,000th of a second. I mean, that's already fast, 1,000th of a second. It's shifting so fast, you don't even see it changing. It looks similar.
It looks similar, yeah. When it's the biggest change, then you feel, oh, I shifted. But in actuality, you shift constantly.
Shifting constantly. And this is why I say it's an illusion. When it's going that speed and changing at that speed, it's not solid, is it?
By the time I can say to someone, in every moment, I'm a new now, I've just become a new now about 5 to 50 times, right?
Yeah.
By the time I finish that sentence, I'm a different person.
Correct. Keep that to yourself first. The public's not ready for you to share that. Whatever's happening, this is why tonight, after tonight's explanation, you might start to understand when you start going out there quoting the laws, there will always be change, blah, blah. The second part, what is true, is what's finger shaking exercise, isn't it? If you saw me shaking my finger at you, if you thought that I was telling you off, you feel bad. If you saw me shaking my finger at you, if you thought Arram is just shaking his finger, neutral. If you thought Arram is sending me healing force and blessed, you feel good. So it really depends on what you're thinking, isn't it? Got it? Nothing is true and is waiting for you to give it all your beliefs. So nothing is true until you give it your meaning. Any questions on that part? Good. We go to the next one. The last one is each and every moment you're a different person. So we go back to, let me work with somebody. Shanil, I haven't seen you for a long time, so I'll work with you. Unmute yourself. You must be what, 48, 49?
That was long time ago. You're 51 now.
Oh, 51, okay. I haven't seen you. Okay, so 51 years old, and every year I come and I take a photograph of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 every year, and we have 51 photographs of you, okay?
Yeah.
And we put it on the table. Those 51 photographs, are they you? Good. Why are they not you? No right or wrong answer, Shanil. This is not a trick question.
Okay. It's just my photograph. It's not me.
Okay, but even if photographs of you at 1 year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years, there are aspects of you, but it's not you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's squash it down to 52 weeks or 51 weeks. Are they the same person? 51 weeks, I take 51 photos and put it on the table.
Till now.
Good. So you get the principle. Yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
51 seconds. Not the same person. So we can say then each and every moment you're not the same person.
Yeah.
Now, the fact is each and every moment you're reset to 0. Each moment you are perfect when you reset. No history until you go and join an old aspect of you. So you're in a bad mood now, and a new one comes in, and because the new one doesn't know it's reset, what is the new one going to pick up? The bad mood, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got it?
Energy.
No, not the energy. The energy of the person who is having a bad mood. It's not you. You're picking energetically of that person because the you have changed. So if somebody is depressed and grumbling all the time and it goes on, every new you is coming in, what is happening?
Picking up that one, yeah.
And worse and worse and worse until somebody comes along and takes the attention away from them, and then they change. How many times are you in a bad mood or whatever it is, or in a good mood, and somebody does a bad thing, yeah, your children, Sunil, and then your mood change.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go ting, 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 and then the new one comes in, it goes in a judgment and it changes. That's how quick. But it changes not 1 second, it changes 10 to the power of minus 43. Any questions on that part? No? Good. Okay. So we got the 3 parts. What you're thinking, you create your reality. Okay. Now, where does pain come from? Pain comes from 2 places, conscious and unconscious. Conscious is when you give a meaning to something. Iram's telling me off. You have a pain, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? But who created the pain? You did. Because you gave the story. Everybody understand that?
It's your own doing.
If it's a physical pain because I had an accident or a fall or whatever, did I create it too?
Yes, but again, I'm not going to go there yet.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm talking about little pains at the moment. That is synchronicity in terms of trying to get your attention back to where you should be going. Unconsciously, again, on that part, because you're not conscious where you're going. Now, unconscious pain does a lot to do with in romances. So first, you understand that pain is created by your consciousness in the meaning you give to something. You see an accident, you feel sad or whatever it is. Where's right? These empathic people, empath, they're always picking up. They think they're picking up people's stuff. They're giving their meaning to it. And so they become like those people and they go through pain. They're creating it. On an unconscious level, how does it happen? Let's take romance, for example, where if you had a partner before, there was many romantic time, many songs that you shared together or many sceneries that you shared together, correct? So as soon as a song comes up or scenery that comes up that you were having a good time, you become sad or whatever it is because you missed that part. So all of a sudden you realize, where did that pain come from? So fast, 10 to the power minus 43. This is how you're picking stuff up. You're sitting there quite happy, and somebody says something, boom, you shifted.
It means that you have given a meaning. Oh, it was so good. So that's why now you're in
Good,
pain.
Bob.
That it's
You're so good. Why? We're talking about the bad ones that come in that you get rid of.
Yeah.
What chance have you got against your negative ego? No chance. Because that second, when you try to keep your mantra and your meditation and whatever you're bubbling about, yes, that 1 second you take an in-breath, it jumps in. And you're gone.
It's an acknowledgement.
What is an acknowledgement?
The fact that you recognize that pain is there. You first have to acknowledge that there's something painful.
Yeah.
And you have to go into that thought. So
well, you can go into the part or you can just skip it.
yes.
If you pay attention to pain, it becomes worse, doesn't it? True or not true? Talk to me. I got 12 screens here.
Yeah. Very true.
So what is it happens? I'll take Asako as a good example, right? She's got a pain in the arm and she keeps rubbing it like that. Yeah. I said, what are you doing? She said, I'm massaging the pain away. Physical belief. But she's trying to fix it. Because the way she's been trained as a masseuse. I'm clearing the blockage there is in their muscle block. Yeah, that's a belief structure. But she's actually paying more attention to it. And yes, eventually after maybe half an hour or 20 minutes or 5 minutes massage, she might go. Energetically, if you say, I have an imbalance in my body, okay? As a human, we would take maybe a headache, for example. I've got imbalance headache. So we try to fix it, we take a Panadol. A Panadol will come and it will relieve you at the physical level. I see. Chanel, that's good. That's good. No, you got neck ache. We're going to work with it. So what is the Panadol doing?
Blocking connection to the pain.
Correct. Yeah. And then after 3 hours, you have another one.
Yeah.
The pain is always there. Energetically, every frequency is always there. And depending on what you're connected to, you are connected to that frequency. So if you have a pain which you have created and you haven't moved out of it, you're connected to the pain all the time.
And you created it all the time.
And you create it because you're trying to fix it. If you divert the attention, which is what the painkiller is, isn't it? You put a blocker. Energetically, what we do is we divert it by saying, each and every moment I'm a different person. I'm not my pain body. Being in the present will shift you from the pain to the present. The other one, which will be a help, is find a sensitive part in your body, earlobe or wherever it is, wherever you start to pinch is sensitive, right? For men, it's your nipples, put your hand there and you press it and you get a sensation. Let's do that then. Who's got pain? So just say, I have an energy imbalance in my body. Well, whoever it is, I know some of you got all sorts of nonsense of pain in you. So just take a deep breath and say, I recognize I got something, an imbalance, okay? Wherever your part is, if you want to press your earlobes or whatever it is, press it so that you can create another pain. No, not on somewhere else, Chanel. On somewhere that's most sensitive. Maybe on your nipples, because that's very sensitive. Yeah, pinch it. Make it painful, okay? Make it painful. So now you're paying attention to that place. So as you're pinching it, now you're concentrating on a new pain, aren't you? So now you say, take a deep breath and say, I'm an energy being. Each and every moment I'm a different person. I'm not my body. I'm in the present moment. I'm breathing. I'm feeling the pinch I'm doing. It's a nice sensation. It's a sensation. Yeah. Open your eyes and look around and say, I'm looking at the TV screen. I'm looking at whatever is around me. I'm present here. I'm present there. At this moment in the present, I know that everything is perfect. Correct? How's your neck? Gone. Gone. You shifted. Hannah, where are you? Oh, you're there. Yes? All this bloody pain, you keep telling me you're in pain all the time.
Yeah.
Or used to tell me.
Used to, yes.
Had you applied this technique constantly?
I have.
And
no, honestly, I have, and it does work. Yeah. It does work.
Now, when you get good at it, you can say, you can distract yourself and say, look at your fingers, rub my fingers, the pain is there, okay? I got pain in where? I'm looking at my fingers, tapping away, looking at myself, you're singing a song, whatever it is, being the present.
Yeah.
You've shifted. You shift because you're not paying attention to the pain, paying attention to something else. Now, with me, I've formulated a new thing. I just go, tap, tap, I'm shifted. So,
is it tap, tap?
For me, that's my signal. Instead of pressing my nipple, I transferred that, what we call in NLP, anchor, to this anchor.
Yeah. Right, okay.
Especially where sometimes I feel itchy in a certain place. Normally I would go, when you scratch more, you want to scratch more, isn't it?
Yeah. For me, I jump into the new shoes. That's my thing.
Okay. Whatever it is,
good girl.
Create a new tool. Question.
Yeah, but obviously, if you are in immense pain or whatever.
Here we go. I like this. Carry on, go on.
The other ones, obviously, you don't concentrate, you don't pay attention too much to the pain because I've done it. But then there are things like it helps me, like a bath, hot bath, or maybe a acupuncture.
Yeah.
Just looking for ways as well to improve
all
it.
those things that help you in the physical world. Yes. What I'm saying is when you have you cannot get to it. Yeah. You cannot get to a constant heavy pain if you treat it straight away in the shift. It's only in the tension that it gets worse. As soon as you say I've got pain and you start to shift, it becomes lighter because you're not in the pain frequency. With normal people who think in the physical world, trying to fix the pain, maybe I should have a hot bath, maybe I should take a pill, blah, 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 blah. You are building it up. And when you can come to big diseases, cancer, that story of the guy with the tumor, 1 minute he's not there. Then they have another story. Somebody with green eyes, the next minute he's got no green eyes.
My dog used to change color of eyes, Saint Bernard.
Yeah.
Really?
Used to change. Yeah, it was just a phenomenon when I was little.
Yeah.
We were like, what color of eyes the dog has? Sometimes brown, sometimes blue.
Yeah, so it was shifting without realizing it. That's all. Any questions so far?
Exactly. So people with intense pain of cancer, as you said, I mean, it's the pain, obviously, like you always say, is there, and it's sometimes in that
Okay.
case.
I'll give you
more,
an example. When I was in hospital last year, yes, and I had the operation on my lungs, and they used to come and measure my morphine bag every morning because you have to take readings or whatever it is, and they say you haven't used any morphine, because I wouldn't take that morphine because it'll make me constipated, but I used the technique. I will, repeat the mantra, press my nipples, tap, tap, tap. Yeah, it goes 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Next thing you're so much in the present, the pain is not there because I don't give it any attention. That's all. The pain is there all the time, but you're not tuning into. So when you say somebody's got cancer, you're really giving it a label. And so you start to think like a human. Extreme pain, cancer is not curable, blah, 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 blah. We're coming to the point now, in the next few months, that you will start to shift so quickly. Sarah, newbie. I think she's not even in the program 1 month. I saw her 3 years ago, and I told her things as usual, my usual blunt self. She didn't like it when I told her she created all her rubbish. So she left. And she came to me a few months ago and had one-to-one, and she joined. And I said, why are you coming back to me? And she said, I want to learn. I think I have to take responsibilities for what I'm doing. What you said makes sense, he said, but it's taken me 2 years to come to that realization. So I said to you, are you prepared to forget everything you learned? She said, yes. She threw everything away in her mind, all the techniques. And what have we got in her now? Bloody genius. Where did all that wisdom come from?
It is happening. It's a shift, a big shift for everybody.
For everybody. But if you do not let go of your old teachings, your old belief structure, you're not going to shift as quickly.
Yeah, true. You have to totally unlearn, be open, surrender, and just
You got totally let go. Thanks to you, Anna, and Neelam, Nadia, all those people that done a lot of hard work. Because when I started this group, it was very dense because you brought all your human shit into this program, what we call mass consciousness. The shifting, the hard work that each of us are doing, we help the group raise the vibration. So it made it easier and easier and easier for people to come into.
Yeah, true. I can see the newer people are faster now, shifting. Yeah.
It's taking years to come to some conclusion. Here's a newbie and say, I've stopped taking my antidepressant.
Yeah.
She was taking antidepressant for 10 years because she was depressed. She bought the label.
Yeah.
It's gone because of the teachings, because of the belief structure. So when it happens to one, it can happen to the group. And this is why I make the group answer questions, because you don't get one, you get a variety, isn't it, all the time. So you have different ideas. So even you're so very bloody fixed on something, at least there's 9, 10, 11 other versions you can read through and which will help you shift. Making sense? This is why I force the issue all the time to make you think. So into Hannah this today, and she's saying, oh, she feels so much for her friend, blah, blah, blah. She wants her friend. What is the mantra, Hannah?
Mind your own business.
Yeah. If you love somebody unconditionally, you will allow them to be who they want to be. But we don't. You want to control them. So is that love? You want to help them. Is that love? No, let's expand on this. When we think we're going to play goodies out there with people, is it love?
Well, it's not respecting their journey, is it?
It's not loving them to do whatever they want to do. Yes, not respecting because you don't understand the big picture. Because if you understand the first rule, you understand the big picture. Everybody's on their own journey.
And plus, it doesn't work. How many times I want to help, I want to do this, it doesn't work.
It's fruitless, isn't it? Until they come to you, you're right. Yeah,
they come to you.
And ask and show the interest, and that's the first thing. First
step. They come to you when you are you. And he said, my God, that person changed. And they're going to ask you, what have you been doing? Why are you so different? Why you have no hang-ups? Why is it you're so cool all the time? And he said, go and see Arram.
Yeah, I do.
You have to be you. But to be you, you have to understand you. You have to be unconditional with you.
But that is okay if they come to you and ask
Yes,
you to help
yes,
you
yes. No,
help them, so that's you are not playing
what
the,
you've been doing before, you're always going to them. You're always trying to fix them.
Rescuer.
And then you come and talk to me and I tell you some things you don't like to hear. You don't talk to me about it. I say, what did Jesus say? Let the dead bury the dead. Let the dead bury the dead. But Jesus also knew we are indestructible. He knew the laws. When you understand the laws, you can pick up any book, any religious book, any whatever book, and you will just read through and you understand the laws are there. Then you start to think, my God, why have I wasted that money reading that book for? Why have I wasted my money doing that course?
Time. Yeah.
Like you are now. And you go all these courses, you find out they're even offering less. You know more than them. Questions?
Arram, we should burn all our books away then.
What have I been telling you? Throw your books away. Give it away.
yeah, but there are new books now, so we should buy new ones.
There is no new ones. All the new ones are the same. It all has to conform to the 5 laws. It has to conform to the laws that I'm sharing with you.
Even the new ones are just repackaged. That's all.
Repackaged.
It's the same information, just repackaged.
Yeah, repackaging, right? I'm sure somebody's going to repackage what I'm teaching and make a bundle out of it because they're going to promote in a different way. All the razzmatazz and all the celebrities that get joining in and they charge a ton. Questions?
Yeah, the truth is, if you do all 5 laws, that's it. That's it. There is no more anything you need outside of you.
It's a belief, isn't it? I keep saying you are the sum total of all your experiences, which are all your beliefs.
Yeah.
All those photographs of the 51 billions of photographs, really, yes, are all your different versions of you creating whatever it is through your belief structure, your black box, I call it. So what is it you can always refer to? Your black box. You cannot, unless you think out of the box.
You've got to erase all of that stuff, really, haven't you? Because every time you think of anything like that, you're reconnecting to that version of yourself.
Yes.
And so if you've erased it, there is nothing else.
You go back to the memories, right? Say, I can go back to all the memories and recollect and everything to make sure that I don't make any mistakes. If you're going back to the past, you are bound not to make any mistakes because you're not going to do anything. Be careful, be careful. I don't want to make a mistake. What's my teaching? Go out there and fail because it's not failure. Because again, the label, isn't it? For me, failure is an opportunity to change and improve. That's my definition. So I'm looking forward to fail. But every time when my children comes up with an idea, I say, good, go and fail quickly. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, you can bin it and go and have another idea and fail quickly. Thought uses up energy.
And it's probably why I feel so tired all the time.
Yeah, this is why I'll keep telling you for years. You're never in the present. Not only you. When you're in the present, you are so much in the present, you can listen to what the higher self is talking to you because there's no nonsense going in your head. This is what I'm saying. Meditation, right, in how you're treating it is your labeling on it. I'm saying the majority of meditation, which is being marketed in this country, yes, are wrong. I went to a retreat once, years ago. Meditation retreat in Somerset. I think Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Arrive Friday night and leave Monday morning. Okay? And they call it a silent retreat. So I went with my girlfriend at that time, and I think we paid £200 each at that time, 30 years ago, whatever it is. And we drove to Somerset and we arrived. Lovely place, lots of gardening out there, walks, okay? Vegetarian food, nice jacuzzi, okay? So we clock in and we sit down on these chairs, and first session, 6 o'clock in the morning to 8, okay? 10 o'clock to 12, have lunch, then go for a walk 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And plus that, we're not allowed to talk. So we all had, at that time, little pads. Yeah, when I wanted to talk to my partner, I'll write something and I say to her, if we're having dinner with people, right, yeah. Came back 3 days later, felt wonderful. Why? Because we didn't use any energy. We were quiet in a different environment. We thought it was fantastic. Yes, it was fantastic in that sense to have that experience. But you don't need that, I'm saying. You understand? You can create it in your own environment with a group of friends or whatever it is without buying the hype. That's all. Nothing wrong with meditating, but in the proper way. It serves you. You do 20 minutes, fantastic. But when you tell me you do 1 hour, 2 hours, then I'll start to question it. It's escapism.
Yeah.
From the now.
I remember I had a friend with chanting. Oh my God, my week has been so bad. I haven't been chanting 4 hours in the morning. So
Good point. What is it when you're doing your chanting?
It's energy.
You're shifting
Shifting your energy, aren't you, with your chanting?
attention.
Yeah.
So you bought the chant. No, me, no, me, no, me, no. You're there, no, me, so the pain is gone. True or not?
True.
yeah.
How many?
I don't know. I haven't done chanting, but I've seen how it.
A mantra, a chanting, a mantra. Each and every moment I feel better. Each and every moment I feel better. Each and every moment I feel a different person. That's also a chant.
Yeah. Put that into music, Arram. It's like all the other ones, like the Namya Horenge Cure and all the other ones. They will go.
You're dancing out there, you're having a great time, but you're not, so present. You have no pain until you get off the dance floor.
Yeah.
True or not true?
It's absolutely true.
It is true.
Yeah.
It is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you're laughing. You're having
So
laughs.
teaching is what? You're always shifting when you pay attention to something else from the pain.
And then it's your choice.
And when you understand that, then you can start to get rid of all the nonsense that you've been programmed with. That's all. 2 more minutes. Go on. Any sharing? Any exciting news? Any stories? Your life must be bloody boring. Stories to share. Okay. So we will call it a day. Thank you.
Bye. Everybody.
When she started to believe that each and every moment she's a different person, all the headaches have gone. Doesn't even take antidepressant. And she's been on it for 10 years. The mindset changed. I said, and if Sarah can do it, all of you can do it.
Trust me, I was the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
No joke.
No.
Everyone will tell you.
I think we're all on the same level here.
Yeah.
Is it because we're just so stuck in our patterns and that's our safety structure? That's why we can't
You see
free
that?
ourselves from it. Yeah,
Yes, stuck.
we're stuck in that pattern because it's a safe.
We are stuck in a belief structure. You're stuck in all the teachings. This is why I keep saying, throw those bloody books away. So you understand so far, yes?
Yeah,
What is a painkiller?
a blocker.
A blocker. All agree there? You take a pill, it's a blocker.
Yeah.
Yeah? But
Yeah.
pain is still there, isn't it? After 4 hours? Yeah.
And it comes back if you stop taking them.
Yeah.
Pill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you touch the frequency of pain, you're matching it, aren't you? It's always there. Yeah. And what is it we try to do? We're trying to fix it. You can't fix it. You can shift out to a different frequency, but you cannot fix. You cannot fix it. Just when you have physical pain, you put the blocker there. Yes. You don't feel the pain, but the pain is still there. As the blocker wears off, you're connected to it. What is our blocker? Energetically, we don't pay attention to it. We don't pay attention to it. When you have something that's going wrong, yes, what is it you do? You pay attention to it. It amplifies it, isn't it? Because in every moment you're reset, but you're amplifying the reset. And then the next reset, you're amplifying it. The next thing you know, you're lost until somebody comes and take away your attention. Or another drama comes up. So it shifts you from one drama to another drama. That's what's happening, isn't it? Questions?
as we're talking about the pain, you know, like we are living in a physical world. We have so many responsibility from day to day, from morning to evening. We have to fulfill so much responsibility. Yeah.
Oh, wait. You're making responsibility a burden, not a pleasure.
Yes. Again, another belief.
Another story, isn't it? It's
Another story.
It's fun to have responsibility looking after everybody. What's wrong with that story?
No. What I'm saying then, when
you're not listening to me, because when you say responsibility, you're making it a burden.
Yeah.
I have to look after this one. I have to cook for that. I have to do the damn washing. I have to do this. I have to make a living. Blah 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 blah. Why can't you say it's all very fun doing it?
Yes.
Although you're choosing, if you're choosing to do it, that's how I changed it for me.
Yes.
I don't know about anybody else, but I gave myself a choice and I chose to do it.
Because you found out that each and every moment you're telling a different story, so why not tell a good story? Find something good in what you're doing. Coming back to that illustration, oh, life is sucks. I got to do the washing, I got to do the cooking, yes? Story, okay?
Yeah.
What is the reset is? The reset is going to be what? The same story, isn't it?
Same story, yeah.
The reset is going to be worse because then
you feel frustrated and you feel angry.
Ego has been waiting for this to pop in. It will then bring you your history. It's about what? Not paying attention. So the blocker is, if you go, okay, who's got pain? Nobody's got pain. What the hell are you doing on this program for?
I got pain.
Good. Where?
It's in my ankle.
Ankle. Good.
Yeah.
Harriet?
It's my left leg. It's feeling numb
Okay.
occasionally.
Your left leg. So we all got certain things. Indira, you probably got what? Emotional pain in your head? So the first thing is we acknowledge it, yes? You say, okay, I have an imbalance. No big deal, yeah? Because I know I created it. True or not? No, this has got to get in your head. Unconsciously or consciously, I have created it.
Well, okay, unconsciously, I've created this pain in my ankle.
Good. There's an imbalance in my system, yes?
There's an imbalance in my system.
Okay, take a deep breath and say, I'm in the now. All of you, I'm in the now. I'm in the
now.
Each and every moment, I'm a new person.
Each and every moment, I'm a new person.
Each and every moment, I'm a new person. You see, Harriet is already yawning. She's already releasing energy, right? Each and every moment, a new person. So, what is the sense of your body? That if you press something, it hurts. For me, it's my nipples. If I press my nipple, it's painful, right? Or my earlobes or whatever it is. What is the sensitive part in your body that, you know, you might pinch yourself just a little bit and it's painful? Find a sensitive part in your body.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay, now press it. Okay, each and every moment, I'm a new person.
Each and every moment, I'm a new person.
Pay attention to the conscious pain you're creating now by the pinch or whatever it is. Each and every moment, I'm a new person. I'm feeling a new sensation in wherever you're pressing. I'm feeling a new sensation.
I'm feeling a new sensation.
Okay, I'm in the present. Open your eyes and look. I'm in the present.
I'm in the present.
A TV screen. I'm looking. I'm feeling good. I'm in the present because in the present I'm okay. How's your ankle?
Not as bad.
No, it's either bad or not bad.
Okay, it's not as bad as it was.
It's different.
It's different, yeah.
No, press that part that is hurting you even more that you're creating consciously. Make it painful now. The new pain you're creating. Okay, open your eyes. Did you feel anything in the ankle?
No.
Got a point?
Got it.
Got a point?
It's just distraction, isn't it?
It's just shifting, isn't it? You shift from one to the other. Same with emotions, but we'll deal with emotions another time, right? Today I'm dealing with physical pain.
So you're distracting your pain sensors from wherever it is.
No, what I wanted to say, while I was in Athens, I went to the dentist. And he had to sort of take the nerve out of one of my teeth and then drill in the tooth to insert a titanium screw. Now, when he was drilling, he didn't give me anesthetic and he said, if you need it, just tell me. I said, okay. He did the whole drilling and I didn't feel anything. And he says to me, well, I don't know how you did it. if I was me, I would have asked for anesthetic. I said, that's okay. I said, my pain threshold, you know, I found an excuse. What I did, I distanced my energy body from my physical body. And I mean, the drill he showed me, it was about 3 centimeters long. And he was drilling into my tooth for like 10 minutes. And I felt no pain.
Wow.
That was hilarious.
Because the other thing is, the other thing I say is, I'm not my body.
You just kept on repeating that?
Yes.
And your belief was so strong that you were able to separate.
This is the thing. Each and every moment, I'm a new person. I'm reset. I'm not my body. I'm not a physical being. I'm not my body. I'm an energy being. And you start looking, being in the present all day. You repeat that. Repeat. I have choice. Each and every moment, I have a choice. I can have a choice to be in bloody pain, or I have a choice to be pain-free.
Well, when I had my operation, I mean, I had no pain at all afterwards. Only very few times while in hospital, they gave me some paracetamol that I asked. And that was it. I mean, for crying out loud, they opened my skull and I had no pain. Because I was very present. I wasn't sort of bitter, complaining, resentful, anything. I was just accepting things as they came. So, I don't know.
Being very present with it as well.
Right, okay.
Yeah. The dentist one, you know, I have many times, I mean, dentist was a horror for me from a youngster. So for about 30 years, I suffered badly. I refused to go to a dentist because, you know, as a child, I had such a horror story that, you know, all dentists are bad people. Yeah. So eventually I found a dentist that would put me under anesthetic. But after that, I started to be not present with the dentist.
Right, okay.
With all the noise that's going on in your head, I'm somewhere else. What is it we do when we get into a dizzy? We're paying total attention to what is.
Well, you're consumed with it, aren't you? It's like that's all there is, rather than distancing yourself from it.
Yes.
I'm only talking about myself. I'm not talking about it. I'm just saying, when I'm in it, I'm all in it, rather than being able to distance myself from it.
This is what you're learning when you're doing the courses with me, is to react to the first incident of whatever that's coming in to give you a warning. Sarah had a belief. For 10 years, she took antidepressant daily.
Yeah.
But when she started to understand each and every moment I'm a new person,
she changed.
Yeah.
But she stopped taking it because she said, I'm not that person.
I used to be scared to stop taking them because 10 years, they say you're going to have all these terrible problems with withdrawal, with like the physical stuff. But I just said, I'm not going to pay attention to any of that.
Without the blocker there, you can actually challenge it a bit more. Like, you know, like not face it, but you can work with it more and learn to adapt with it more, right? When it's not, you haven't got something that's literally blocking you from.
Okay, that's another belief structure now. Now it's going to take you longer to shift. You turn the dial of the radio. When you turn the dial of the radio, yes, to pain to no pain, how long does it take? Instantly, Vince.
Your example of a blocker with a pain.
Yeah, I understand. But if you have that belief, it's going to be a while, isn't it?
You don't need to work with it. That's what he's saying.
The blockers, good example. I gave you the blocker as an example to block it. But the next stage is what? I jump, I shift. And it comes back from the mantra is each and every moment I'm reset. I have a choice. Without that, you're stuck again, isn't it?
Yeah. And when you say like everything is good or bad depending on your meaning of things, is or that everything is made of the same thing, it is true, because otherwise why would the antidepressants make me feel not sad but also not happy? Because it's all the same.
Makes you numb.
Yeah, but it's all the same, because if they weren't the same, they would be able to produce something that could just stop the sadness or just stop but they can't. So it's like antibiotics. It just kills everything. You start to connect the dots that actually everything is everything is made of the same.
Yeah.
All emotions are the same thing. but we just give one's different meanings.
It's the label, isn't it?
It's the label. That's the biggest thing. Yeah.
We come back to the labels, and you are the result of your definition, your belief, what you believe in.
It's me. Can I ask you? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Is this again my belief that it takes a while to be?
No, stop. It doesn't take a while.
Because it needs a lot of practice.
No.
To practice.
Yeah, practicing, but it doesn't take a while. It's the belief that you think is taking a while. Take the thing out. It's taking a while.
No, it doesn't take a while. It needs practice. It needs a practice.
Practicing. That's it. It's
To
a
be-
life.
To be in this space.
Yes. So what is it? It's what that comes out from your mouth, which is a belief structure. Oh, it's only human. Oh, it's only habit. It's only conditioning. It's only society. Right? As soon as you put yourself with those labels, you're stuck.
All I'm saying is needs practice, lot of practice to be in this
We
space.
know that. This is what the meetings with me are. This is what the WhatsApp are. This is what the one-to-one are, where I
Keep reminding everyone how to do it.
reminding you,
Mm-hmm.
because one is not strong enough. Yes.
Yes.
If you just listen to all the videos and everything, do you think you will advance? Vince, you're a good example. Yes, left and came back. I got all the lessons. I know all the lessons he told me.
Well, it happens to everyone, isn't it, Arram, with you? Because everyone left. First of all, they all left because they think it is not.
Whatever. They think they know.
And they come back. They always come back, going round in circle.
Because they think, just because I read a few notes, watch a few of his videos, I understand. No, it has to be.
It's ongoing, isn't it?
Because it's my job, I can pick up all your unconscious patterns.
All our bullshit.
Bullshit, you like. You start to be aware, right?
Yeah.
And then you start to be more aware of yourself.
Yeah.
So with when we talk about how quickly change happens,
yes,
what we're doing is, even though we can't access every single present moment, we're finding as many of them as possible and shifting, so that overall we see more, we move to new frequency.
Yeah, you're shifted to the frequency that you require at that moment. Not the frequency you want, the frequency that is needed for your growth.
So is it not, Arram, that if I'm in a fear and I would like to, I keep saying myself, I'm joy. I'm not attached to the frequency of joy at once.
No.
Oh, I see.
This is what you're doing all the time. You want to enjoy.
When I'm in fear.
You have to be with the fear first. Accept the fear. Distance yourself from the fear, and then you can go to joy. But you don't. You want to push it away and not acknowledge it first. Then also you are a human being when you are in that state. You cannot jump if you start thinking as a human, and you have to be thinking energetically.
Yeah, but Niyana, I mean, for example, when you feel fear, you don't have to analyze it. Just say, I feel fear. Good, it's gonna pass. Whatever. Don't try and analyze it. Oh, why I'm afraid? What I'm afraid of? Why am I feeling like that? Just accept it.
Have you been under cognitive therapy?
Me?
Yes, sounds as if you have.
That's something I did a lot. It was more when I had therapy. Like when I had CBT, it was fine. But when I had therapy, they were trying to help me try and discover some reasoning behind everything.
I was just going to say, I think that therapy in the traditional sense, all it does is just brings up wounds, and they don't give you a solution for it. Whereas with Arram's teaching.
Wait, why do you think you're doing it?
To make
money.
money. They have to justify.
Yeah, to make money.
Most of the therapists are on national health. It's so easy to get therapy now, right? You go to I got a mental problem, yes? Then they send you to a therapist. The doctor will even give you pills, and if the pills don't work, you refer to a therapist, free of charge.
They keep you in that loop.
That's it. 30, 40 years ago, I went into LMP to manipulate people's mind into buying things from me because I wanted to be a super salesman, right?
Yeah.
So we all had to break up into different groups in the system that we were learned. There was no salesman in that class, so I was teamed up with 2 therapists, which I knew nothing about therapy at that time, right? So we practiced some system, and then one of the therapists said, oh, that's a fantastic system. I can use it every week on my patient. I said, what do you mean? I said, aren't you supposed to treat? He said, no, we're supposed to keep them on the books as long as possible. We get paid for it.
Oh my God.
I thought, wow, that was my first introduction, because it didn't even exist in my head, therapy.
It's the same like with heroin users. They've got them on that substance, what is called, I can't remember. Methadone. For years, when you're only supposed to be on that for like a few months. But they keep them for years because they have to justify their own existence. Do you know what I mean? So basically, in reality, they don't help them to get off heroin.
No.
They just sustain them for their own benefit.
Okay. Anything to add?
I just would like to say that when you know, like you were saying, that everybody has their own path and everybody's doing their own journey, and not to get drawn into it. So the mantra not to get drawn into it is
the mantra, mind your own business.
Okay, all right. It's hard to do though, Arram.
What did you say?
Well, can I just say, I find it a challenge. Is that better?
So you find it a challenge, so you have to work with it. Change your definition. What is the big picture? The big picture is everybody has their own journey. The big picture is every physical body is going to die. We're going to come and try all the rides, good, bad, and ugly rides, but it's the meaning we give to those rides. The big picture is the spiritual side things, good, bad, and ugly are different. There's no labels.
It's the same with couples when they get married and they say, oh, I'm going to change him. I'm going to change him.
Oh, no.
Well, you can't. That's why they end up in divorces, killings, abuse, whatever. It's like that thing, you know, people think they can change others. No, we can't.
No.
Yourself. And listen to this, right? You know, if you're changing at 10 to the power of 43, yes? How many new men, how many new ladies are you having at every moment? Completely new. So why the hell are we going to look for something out there if you understand that?
When you've got millions of versions of the same one.
They're not the same one.
No, they're not the same one. I mean, millions of different versions of what you have.
So imagine, you know, how wonderful you're bunking millions of different men or bunking different millions of women. I'm just giving you an example. And once you start to use that brain of yours and think in a different way, you then become multi-dimensional. Now, I tell you why the group is progressing so fast now. You, Senior Lord, thank you very much, did the groundwork. We cleared the heaviness, the shit that we were carrying in from life, from the mass consciousness. Yes, in the mass consciousness into the group, and we were getting rid of it. So the group was now in a heavy density. We shifted from a heavy density to a lighter density. The newbies that come in, they're walking into what? They're walking into a lighter density. And you have the likes of Sarah and Mike, like, come out with wisdom. I said, where the hell did it come from? 2 weeks in the program. And it will go faster and faster. And the new people that come in now, and this is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for a few people. Anna, bless her heart. I mean, she's been doing the graph all the time, getting there, but no, she had to work hard at it. But now it's easier. The rest that come in, you know, they haven't got that density to work on into. They walk straight into a higher frequency.
Yeah.
This is why the healing are much faster now. Same with evolution, the Stone Ages. Yeah. Now, billions and billions and billions and billions of years, they shifted. So the density is lighter. Look at the last 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, how technology has shifted. Everything is possible. Any questions before we sign off? Yes. Nara.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was just asking before we left. Yeah, because we are talking about the pain and medication. What my belief is, because when you start off being with some pain is very severe, and you have to take some medication before you become more stable and mentally stronger.
If you're going down that route, you're going to suffer that route, whatever it is. You cannot be human and you cannot be spiritual at the same time. You are one or the other. When you're a human, you start to think, I have to take pills because the pain is so severe. But when you're spiritual, energetic, you say, I've got an imbalance. You are what? Number one, a spiritual being. Yes?
Right, yeah.
Start to think in spiritual. What is it? It's all frequencies, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you have a negative frequency, you're out of balance, isn't it?
Yes.
If you're out of balance, which you created, you can be in balance, which you can also create. Yes, that's the story you're going to tell yourself. But if you're going to be human, my pain is so bad, I got responsibility, then you're going to end up with what? The mass conscious shit. You have a choice. In closing, whatever you do is the right thing for your growth. The human side might be kicking and screaming, but the soul, the energy say, that's the path we're going to go down. Okay. So is there anything, now then the next teaching is there anything wrong in life? So you can understand the book I wrote 18 years ago. It's okay not to be okay. So we're going to close off.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.